So thank you all for coming here today. We are also live streaming this. So it's being watched live in YouTube. YouTube India is live streaming it, as well as Google+, Hangouts on Air. Shahrukh needs no introduction, but he is one of the most popular and acclaimed actors in India. He has done a lot of things. He's not just an actor. He's a producer. He's a philanthropist. He has been given the Padma Shri Award by the government. He has starred in over 50 films, started his career in 1992 with Deewana. Most of you probably know this better than me. And he has also won the UNESCO Award for all his philanthropic work as well. They had a great show last night. A bunch of my friends were there. And Shahrukh just told me it was their last show. And so they partied hard late last night. So he's probably a bit tired, but I'm very, very glad he's here. So let's welcome Shahrukh onto the stage.
This is overwhelming. First of all, I never expect. Thank you. I love you too. So yeah, that's it. When I come to America, it's the love and the number of ladies who are ready to marry me. And what is surprising is this time I'm not saying no. And, especially everyone here.
I'm worried because my wife. I'm worried because my wife went to your show last night, so
is she back?
Well, she's back now.
Well, thank you very much for having me over here, and all of you, and sorry to keep you waiting, but we were kind of partying till very late because this was our last show last night, and we've done 6 shows all across America, and now we head back and go to London, do a show, and then back to the promotions of our film Happy New Year. But it's been wonderful, and thank you for having me over here.
Well, thank you for coming. I think a lot of people are curious about what drew you to acting and how did the journey start. And for me particularly, one of the things that struck me is how much you have a connection with the common person in India, the common man, common woman in India, and the connection you have with all over the country. So can you talk a little bit about it?
I never wanted to be an actor, actually. I was wanting to be either a software engineer or... No, really. Oh, that time it was a very new word. It wasn't as easily spoken as now. And so I did give my entrance exam in the IIT. And I did. It seems like a joke, yeah, but I did. Yeah, I look stupid. I'm not. I'm really telling you. And just to let you know, I did electronics. I got 98, which is the highest in India ever. But those were the days of diodes and triodes. It wasn't with the chips and things.
Anytime you want to switch careers, let me know.
I'd love to, yeah. and then I wanted to be in sports, and then I really didn't want to act. And in film especially, I kind of not looked down upon it, but never thought I'm cut out for Hindi cinema. I did a bit of English theatre with Mr. Barry John in Delhi. I'm from Delhi. And then I hurt myself, my lower back. And one thing led to the other. There was a play being done in, I don't know, the people from, all the girls from Delhi, Lady Shri Ram College. Yeah. So there's a girls' college, and they needed 7 boys to act with 85 girls. And I happened to be one of the, and I got a job as a principal dancer, not as an actor. I had one line, Annie, get your gun. It's a very famous play. And I got a line in it which I said, Annie, I have a letter for you. And it started like that. And, I continued with theater. Television became big in India. And then suddenly, yeah, so television started. And I went to get a house on rent. Instead, I got a role in Fauji. And, then some years later, a year later, it became very popular. And I got a phone call. And, somebody said, I'm Hema Malini bol rahi hu. And I'm like, no, this has to be somebody else. It's not a real call. And they said, you would like to do films? And I said, no, I'm not interested in films. And then something sad happened. My parents expired, and I said, okay, I won't stay in Delhi. I was feeling sad. So I went over to Mumbai for a year. I told my friends, I'm back in 1 year. I'm going to do 5 films, get over the sadness. And it's been 25 years. I'm still not gone back to Delhi. I'm still there. So so my growth has been of someone who's not really thought out that I'll be an actor. It just happened, one thing led to the other. And And I don't know if I'm a good actor or not, if I act well, if I do well or not, but I don't ever describe the process too seriously. I think it's very boring for people to hear how the art works. I truly believe, the art is much more important than the artist. And I'm very humble about the fact that so many people like me, and I'm very, very grateful. So what I do is I take things from life and, just continue acting, have fun, smile a lot, and share a lot. I think acting is about giving. And I think somehow that's made people like me a little more than the talent I have.
All right. Explains why so many people identify with you. You've done such a diverse range of films. What's the most challenging role you've done? Why? Can you talk a little bit about that?
It's always the next one. Yeah, it's never the one that I've done, because if I've done it, then it's over and done with. And however badly I may have done it, but it's no longer a challenge. But I find the one thing that I want to do in cinema for the last 25 years now, because I've been working and I don't know how to extend and give back to cinema, Indian cinema specifically. So I want to make it technologically a little more advanced than it is. So what I like to do is try and do films with a lot of visual effects in them. I have a small department of visual effects, and I want to enhance filmmaking in India so that, technically we can be at par with international cinema, especially Hollywood. And of course, we need to make them shorter and have less songs in them for people to watch them. Yeah. Okay, so we'll keep them as long and no songs in them. More songs and longer films now. But I just want to, for me, the toughest have been films which I've produced, actually, because people didn't think these are the films that will work. A film like Ahsoka, I think a film like Phir Bhi Dil, actually, and they all flopped miserably. So let me tell you, they were films nobody wanted to back. There was a film called Ravan, which I made, which I really wanted to make so that I could, advance the technological part of it, and difficult film to make. And now this one. As an actor, I don't know. No role is difficult because I don't, I don't have a method that I follow. I just take instances from life, meet people, and I meet so many people, and I love people. I love the hugs, I love to kiss them, I love to talk to them, and we're doing the kisses afterwards. So I just get to know people, and then somewhere down the line, whenever a role is given to me, I kind of take from life and, use it. And yeah, sometimes it's over the top, sometimes people think it's too simplistic, but I think it reaches out to everyone, touches everybody's hearts, and people identify with it. So films like Chak De were nice, Swades, there's Dil Wale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, and I think in the last few days, I like Don, I find him very sexy.
Let's talk a little bit about, the work you do outside of movies too. There is this whole Shahrukh Inc., which is, the whole KKR and, how you've done there, and you've been very successful with Red Chillies as well. So talk a little bit about the KKR journey. How did the IPL journey all come about? And I know I've always seen you in the video, always there supporting the team, and they've done very well.
And desperately supporting the team. Now, like I said, I wanted to be a sportsman, and this whole thing started about leagues. There are three things I really like. I like entertainment, I like children, and I like sports. These are three things that really turn me on. Nothing else, actually. I'm not much of a sightseer. I'm not much for travel. I'm very boring. I'm very, very boring. If there are three things that I like, it's like watching films or video games, or watching sports, or children. I love children. So whenever there is a thing that I can involve myself now, because I've kind of done well for myself and I have a little extra money, so whenever there's something I get an opportunity to invest in any of these things, I always do without thinking of the business aspect of it. So business-wise, I don't know if they're doing well or not. My team is here, they'll tell you. I have to keep working hard and bringing the money in. But VFX was part of entertainment. IPL was because I like sports, and I really wanted to play. I wanted to be a football player or a hockey player, and it sounds very pompous. When I couldn't become a player, I thought, let me just go ahead and buy a team instead. But I did for my kids.
That's the way I think as well. So no.
Yeah, so let's go and buy a team. My kids liked it. We were sitting one day and they said we should have a league team because of the English Premiership League and all. And I just went and bought it. And I remember we were to bid for it the next morning at 11 o'clock. And the bidding was very high, much more than I could afford or I still can afford. And all big corporates were doing it. And I was awake and I was hoping somehow my bid is not accepted because I didn't have the money. So I just went ahead, and after I bought it also, we lost so many years and so pathetically that I became very sad. The business was bad and the game wasn't being won, and it's been a roller coaster ride. But you know, I stuck around with it for 3 years now, and 5 years, and somehow things have turned. Because I truly believe, and some of you are younger here, and you should know this. I don't want to sound philosophical and as if I'm giving you a lecture, but just when you think things are going to go wrong, if you hold on to them, they kind of turn around. Just that last brink is always the most important one.